I'm Max. I'm from Puerto Rico.
Mary Applegate from Puerto Rico.
Okay, and so we've got this great Star Wars build here. If you want to take us through and show us some of the build here.
Okay, so this is like this first scene you see in Jedha inside. This is like the market street that you run by the main characters, Jin and Cassian. This is from Rogue One, Star Wars story. And here you have a scene that you see later on. It's when Chirrut, that's back here, he comes in and beats up a bunch of stormtroopers with a stick. And the temple over there is not exactly like in the movie. The top is like in the movie, but the front is kind of from this concept art book. It's a picture over there from the book because it was kind of boring, the facade.
Make it a little more interesting to look at.
And this little thing here is not actually part of the mock. There's this guy that just puts these little towers inside of, just all over the place. And
so you got great interiors in some of the rooms. If you can talk about kind of what's going on inside some of the rooms here.
That's my imagination. That's just his house here.
Okay.
And this is also Max's imagination down here, just to put a room down there.
And there's these Toy Story aliens. There's 3 of them in the mock.
We hid them so kids could have fun finding them.
Fun details there.
And just a kitchen up the stairs. It's supposed to be like the interior of the. That's where the person would live. That's at the stall here. And the cave. This is the Kyber crystal mines. They go all the way through, and we have to tell people that because no one thinks of that.
These caves are really impressive. So they kind of run underneath the whole build.
Yeah, it's the Kyber crystal mines here, and this is based on the Clone Wars episode The Gathering, where they show the interior of a Jedi temple and the Jedi trainees are choosing their Kyber crystals. So we based it off of that. And the interior of the temple, too, is based on that Clone Wars episode. And then over here, we just have another Toy Story alien. That was Max's idea, just for fun, to have him popping out there.
Also, this isn't in the movie, any of the caves, but it's pretty probable that it's there because then they say that they extract crystals, so it's connected to the tower. They say they extract crystals from the tower, the Kyber crystals that are to power the Death Star. And also, there's Wookiees mining, which is also probable because it is canon. It's shown in like the show, I think, Rebels, that Wookiees are used as slaves by the Empire.
Very interesting. So yeah, moving down towards this end of the build.
Cantina, well, all of the interior of the buildings and underground is just imagined. None of it is in the movie. So this is just a cantina because, well, there's cantinas in Star Wars. And just had the Bith musicians. And also in the corner, I think there's a character that looks like E.T. Same head, which is canon. Actually, in one of the first Star Wars, well, Episode 1, there are 3 of the species of E.T. that you can spot in the movie.
Cool stuff. So then keep moving down here. What is this vehicle we've got in the roadway here?
This is probably the longest scene that you see for Jedha on the interior of the city. The tank is going through with the crystals to bring them to the Death Star. And then a bunch of... They're rebels called the Partisans that are for Saw Gerrera's their leader, and they're trying to steal the crystals to slow down the building of the Death Star. And the main characters, which we didn't really focus on, are in that corner over there. That's Cassian and Jin. This is the shot where she's saving this little girl because they're about to destroy that building, the tank, and she doesn't want the rebel to hit the girl. So she's saving the girl. And
how about this red building in the corner there? That's interesting.
Well, the very first shot that you see when you come into this courtyard, you see Jin looking up and seeing one of the partisans up here on this rooftop. And then she's starting to notice, they figure out what's going on, that this ambush is going to happen. And then just for fun in here, Max's idea was to have a Dianoga monster down there, like from the first Star Wars movie. Well, for me, for older people, what's the first Star Wars movie?
Also, it's glow in the dark. It's hard to notice. Does it appear on the camera?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Well,
they're glowing a little.
Not much.
Yeah, you can
But
see
that's
that
the
light
thing.
different.
It's
Okay.
a sewer monster.
And then just for fun, Max put in here the Stormtrooper break room, and I put in some girly pinups for the Stormtroopers, and one of them's an alien, but no one's noticed that. And then here we have the Wookiee Liberation Front meeting, so they can liberate the Wookiee slaves. Maz is on a date with Chewbacca because in The Force Awakens she says, "Hey, where's Chewie? I love that Wookiee."
She says, "Where's my boyfriend?" Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then a friend of ours said, "You need a Wookiee spa." So there's the Wookiee spa. And then down in the corridor here, just for fun, there's
You
a
see more doors for the other
Stormtrooper
rooms.
down there.
Yeah, I love all the details you've included, both above ground and below ground. That's really neat here. So when you bring this section to, or bring the build to show, does it break into sections, or how does that work?
Yeah. So for example here, that'll just pop right off. So that comes off. Most of the buildings just pop right off. And because we were traveling from Puerto Rico, also just all these base plates will separate.
Okay.
They're all built into separate sections.
You just catapulted a piece of sand that's connecting them.
But that's really interesting. So you came all the way from Puerto Rico for this show. That's really amazing. How did you first hear about Brickworld then?
I guess he'd seen your videos probably.
On your channel.
Okay. Wow. Well, that's really cool. I'm glad we were able to get some people from outside the local area here then, because that's really cool. So this is a great build. Was it hard to fit all this in the luggage to get it over here? Did it arrive in pretty good shape or?
Bad shape. Well, some things survived. I think that pretty much survived. But other times you'd open boxes. They were supposed to have a building or something, and it just looked like Lego soup. Looked like you would open a new set and you had no idea where everything went.
But that's the great thing about Lego is it can all be rebuilt. So I'm sure you were able to spend some time at the show here, and it looks great for the public now. So very cool. Thanks to both of you for talking with me about the build. I think it turned out great, and I appreciate you coming such a large distance to display it here at the show. Thank you.
Thank you.